never been anybody like Anderson Silva in mixed martial arts.
Over almost every single human being in the world that fight.
Big shot there.
By disqualification because Anderson hit him with an illegal up kick.
And he wants to erase that loss from his record. A victory over Yushin Okami. What is the recipe to beat Anderson Silva? Standing with him, really down and grounding and pounding.
Okami's very hard to shake.
Getting a really high. This fight's so interesting.
Bring the thunder, Yushin Okami.
Ever come out of Japan? If he beats Anderson Silva, he finally gets not only
rocked him, Joe.
This guy's been fighting the best fighters in the world. He'll get you in that clinch and put you down on the ground, get that top position. He's fighting for now is his legacy.
Champion of the world.
Preparado para representar bem o meu time.
He brought his entire team to Oregon. His jiu-jitsu coach tonight he wants to display a good mix of strikes with those takedowns since October of 2006.
Yeah, you know, just be cut up with your strikes, and you're going to have to get Anderson Silva's respect with your striking.
Wants to change that. He began his strength and training, which he almost submitted Rich Franklin. Done him since that point.
Yeah, this is not a guy who's just content with the level that he's at. You know, and talk about ego. You know, he went and trained with working on his strength conditioning after Rich Franklin, but from what we hear, it must be working.
Big Swick, their first ever UFC loss is tonight. You should. Most dominant fighter in UFC history. 13 at 205 pounds. 13 consecutive, 14 fight win streak overall. He's only gone.
You know, a few huge sponsors came into the sport recently. And then the second biggest club in Brazil, Corinthians, I mean, on America.
Right now, Anderson Silva really Wednesday, Kenny. I mean, the crowd was restrained, but
you know, he deserves it. He absolutely deserves it. And I don't know how this guy does it, how he fights and how he really keeps up.
First fight at home here in Brazil since 2003. Back in 08, cost him a title shot against Anderson Silva. Patrick, the young man from Curitiba, the champion.
Sponsors, will that be more pressure on him here? Striker, that dangerous guy that he is.
Is 30. Anderson Silva will have a 5.5.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. Chris Lee. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon and UFC fans watching around the sold-out HSBC Arena in Rio. It's time! But the world, introducing first, fighting out of the blue, which is tall, weighing in at 183 pounds, fighting out of Okami! Boxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record, 28 wins. Brazil, he is the reigning, defending Anderson, the Spider! Make it official. Okay. Right.
It's on the Rock in 2006 when both men fought at 1-6.
Ready.
Here we go! In yellow for the Spider. White trunks for Thunder.
It's like a computer. He watches what you do, how you're moving, how you're coming, figures you out. It's going to be a short night or it's going to be a long night of pain. Nice circular movement, not going straight back. And you'll notice he's able to go lefty and righty, and he'll look to confuse Okami.
Anderson Silva in a training camp because there are very few
Striker in the world. He's not the most powerful striker in the world.
To say, Kenny, he is also the most entertaining striker. Always looking for an opening. constantly throwing. Big swing by Silva.
Reacting. Anderson Silva is putting all that information together.
Again, is the champion. Trying to close the distance.
Style, grab behind the head, kind of that half tie clinch. Do not let Anderson Silva get the full tie clinch because knees will be coming up to your
legal up kick back in 06. He said he's never considered it my victory.
And, you know, this is a rematch. Many years in the making. They both evolved the UFC 185 belt in Rio de Janeiro. And Cage, he is able to get an underhook and turn, but he's kind of content to kind of...
But twice was some of the most vicious clinch work we have ever rolled that upper body. You are in big trouble, as you mentioned. Okami's
trying to take him down, but it looks like Okami's trying to wear Anderson's book, but with not as many leg attacks here.
Okami will be the first to admit he doesn't have the pure takedown skills of it.
Yep, Chael will get in on a leg, use that power double, takedowns from the clinch and up against the fence.
5-minute rounds, quick kick by Silva. Just a bit here at the end of the round. Head kick.
Respira.
A little bit of ice, water.
Movimenta. Fim do tronco, finta. O jab tá pegando. Jab direto, passa de encontro, cruza a água, jab de encontro. A mão...
Use your feint and be first.
Beautiful left high kick right to the back of the head, back of the neck of Yushin Okami with a very nice kick to the head.
Well, if he can help it, he'd rather not be.
Fighters to feint and come in.
Anderson's starting to find his rhythm.
Intensity. A lot of movement. His hands are very low.
Right! Knocks down Yushin Okami.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. To describe what this man does in the octagon against the world's best.
Up to. Unbelievable.
He loved in the octagon. 15 years. Looking to finish.
The way
section. Okami trying to protect himself. It is all over. Anderson finishing Yushin Okami in the second round.
Drops his hands, gets you to come in, and pow. Dropped him out of nowhere. Never seen Yushin Okami get dropped with something like shovel punch there, almost a kind of a uppercut and a hook performance from the greatest pound-for-pound fighter that
They love this man, see history, and the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world today. 9th consecutive time.
The minute. Referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes. Now, the undisputed UFC Silva!
What a great moment for Anderson Silva, remaining unbeaten in the octagon, and he will talk to Kenny Florian.
And where you train, this is where it all started for you. You had some big sponsors.
E a gente sentiu que havia essa grande pressão toda para você.
I'm training hard for my team. I'm staying here for fight.
Que tô muito feliz com essa luta. Tô treinando aqui no Rio.
Down. You got him to come in and commit, and you dropped him.
Guys in the world. I train. I punch Cigano.
Caras no mundo, Cigano me dá soco na cara o tempo todo. Eu treino muito.
What do you want next? What's next for you?
My clone. Aí, galera. Olha só um minuto. O dizer do Capitão Nascimento. Senhores, nunca serão.
To the hometown crowd here in Rio tonight, Silva defeats Yushin Okami and remains